I know every pretty girl has heard this one, how beauty is like a gift and a curse, right? At the same time. It can feel like a curse because of much how much mistreatment we do receive just for existing. As nice as you can be, you'll still get mistreated. You'll still get stereotyped in the negative light. It's like we're always walking on eggshells with our beauty for so long. At least up until this year, we're not playing those games anymore. We're, if anything, looks maxing now. We're not letting people control us like that. Because people are intimidated by our beauty, they're going to try so hard to humble us. Like, I'm confident enough in myself to come on camera just like I am. I got my hair out. Okay. Ooh, stop falling in my house. I got my hair out, free falling. I didn't really brush it for real. I'm coming on authentic as myself, and people are still trying to find something to pick on me about. I've been picked on for years. I used to be called, like, my friends used to make fun of the way my eyes are shaped and used to call me an avatar. I thought it was kind of funny, but people are always going to try you, especially men who are either jealous of you or can't get you, are going to be the quickest ones to try and humble you. It's like almost a reflex. Men will feel the need to humble you if you're beautiful. If you even dare say that you're beautiful on the internet, you better have a lot of confidence when you're saying this, because people are going to come for you. People are going to come for you. It's a gift because pretty privilege is a real thing. It's a real thing. It's a privilege, it's probably the privilege, because literally people will ruin their lives for beauty. Beauty is possessive. Beauty literally triggers people's emotions, whether good or bad. And the crazy part is there's no middle. It's either good or bad. And a lot of times, depending on that person's vibration levels, is how they're going to treat you, whether good or bad. Anytime you walk into a room, you demand the room, whether you think you look good today or not. Because there's going to be those situations where you're going to get a lot of attention, but at the same time, you're going to feel quite alone because everyone's intimidated by you, or there's women who are just so insecure that they can't stand to be around you because you might outshine them instead of them trying to shine with you. They feel that way instead. Or if their man is with her, there's that whole issue with the whole, if the man is with them, that gets all awkward for no reason, because you're not doing anything, but for some reason, as a beautiful woman, a lot of y'all already know, like, we do get this feeling when we're around a female and her man is around, and you get this energy that he might be looking at you. It gets so awkward. So 2 days ago, my son had a concert. Like, he plays the what is that instrument called, the French horn, I think. So we went to a concert with him, and I was sitting in the section where he told me to sit, and I was beside this family, and it was the husband, the wife, and the kids, and the lady was so nice, and she was she said hi to me when I sat down, and I said hello. We didn't really talk that much after that until the concert was over. And towards the end of the concert, her husband, because she had moved seats. At first she was sitting beside me, but then she moved to the aisle in front of me to get a better picture. And so her husband was still on the aisle that I was at. And like I said, she was nice and everything, smiling at me, whatever. But her husband randomly spoke to me and said, "Oh, your son, he did a good job." And he was the only one who wore a dress jacket, because they had to dress up in like collar shirts and slacks, and my son chose to wear the whole 3-piece with his jacket, the black jacket. He was like the only one fully in the jacket. Everyone else just had the white collar shirt on. And so he made that comment. He was like, "Oh, your son's the only one who dressed up." And I laughed at him, and he was looking at me for a little bit too long with that laugh, because we were both laughing together. But then when I felt like he was laughing a little too long, it kind of got weird for me. So I stood up and I kindly walked to where my son was at because the concert was over. And so I went over there with him, and 2 minutes later, this guy comes right back and starts trying to talk to me again. And he uses my son as a prop. He was like, "Oh, congratulations, you did a great job." He was telling my son that. It's like, okay, yeah. And then he kept standing in our bubble, just awkwardly smiling at both of us. It was like, and then to break that awkwardness, because his son was kind of close to us, enough for me to be like, "Oh, you did such a great job." And then I gave him a high five, and I kindly walked me and my son so we can go, so he can get his stuff and go. So we walked away because he was making stuff awkward. And then I ran into him again in the hallway as my son was getting his instrument stuff together to leave. Y'all, like, this dude made it so awkward. Like, his wife started to, because she was smiling. She went from a smile to, like, the look that the female gives when she's feeling uncomfortable, but she can't put her finger on what's going on. But her husband's making this awkward. You know what I'm saying? So there will be situations that are made awkward that shouldn't be. And like I said, I don't even feel like I'd be doing too much. I literally went to the concert looking like this, like no makeup, no concealer, no nothing, not even my eyebrows were done yet. I just got my eyebrows done yesterday, so I felt like I was just, I was dressed up, but I just felt like I wasn't trying to do too much, like, because I could dress up, but then I know when I'm just chilling. But my just chilling can still attract people to me and make things very awkward. So it's awkward for me to have female friends with boyfriends. They just can't come around because it gets very awkward. It do. And it's like, because of this, I don't make female friends like easily at all. It's hard to trust them. A lot of them be trying to hurt me, or steal my boyfriend, or just do something to hurt me. I don't trust females at all. A lot of men, if I don't like them, they'll always end up having a crush on me. So with that gets awkward, obviously, for obvious reasons, but especially if I don't like you back. I just wanted to be your friend. I don't get along with females, so can we just be friends? But they always end up catching feelings. So being beautiful is lonely. It's very lonely. Like, people always want to try and hurt us on purpose because they feel like we already think we're better, so we need to be brought down a notch. We need to be brought down a notch, and it's not cool. We're humans. We're human beings. We just gifted with beauty, a gift from God. It shouldn't be anything for a woman to get her life taken for, but it happens so much, to the point where it's hard to trust people. I'm scared to pump my gas. I work overnight, so sometimes I have to. in the middle of the night, pump my gas, and I'm scared because of trafficking, how real that is. It's just when you're attractive, you become a target. You're seen more. Pretty girls are seen a lot of the times and not heard. What we would consider ugly girls are more heard than seen. And I've heard one of the Exoticals say this. And I wasn't sure if it was Exotical Epiphany or not. But correct me in the comments if you remember saying that, because I remember hearing that from one of the Exoticals and I was like, whoa, that is so real. Because a lot of the times we are more seen than heard as beautiful women. It's like we can't have a right to privacy. When I'm at work just trying to mind my business, people start to think I'm stuck up. If I just want to be alone today, I feel like I always have to perform and be because I'm overly nice, but that's a coping mechanism, like being a people pleaser, making sure somebody always knows I'm saying hello, so I'm not being rude. That's literally a coping mechanism for people not judging me in a negative way because I'm a really nice person and I just want to prove it. So that's come from trauma, and I'm trying to work on not doing that anymore. You either know my character. I shouldn't have to constantly fight for my character because of how I look, you know. I shouldn't have to dim my light for nobody else. I used to have to do that just because I didn't want nobody to feel uncomfortable or insecure around me, because when that happens, they treat you differently. So I just always wanted to make a friend. They said Beyonce had issues. She had troubles making friends from a young age, and that's what a lot of us went through. That experience is very real to a lot of pretty girls. Because women have a jealousy streak. Like, you literally have to unlearn these things. You have to unlearn how to not be jealous as a woman. At least not acting on it anyways. Because there's a healthy way to be jealous, and then there's an unhealthy way, because that's a natural emotion. But some women don't know how to handle that emotion, and they target and want to traffic their friend or all these crazy things, throw acid on the girl's face. Like, it's so scary out here. It's so scary to be beautiful. You literally have to watch your back. It's lonely out here. It's a bunch of fetishization towards you. And nobody wants to hear nothing we have to say, because they think because you're beautiful, you should have it all made for you. And yes, pretty privilege is real. But then there's it's like I said earlier, it's either all good or all bad with us. Like, people literally want to physically harm us just for walking into the room and breaking the necks of the guys in there. And they didn't break their necks for them. And because of that, you're the target. There's no sympathy. There is no sympathy for beautiful women. That's why it's important for us to have a safe space, somewhere for us to just talk about what we go through. Because only we get it. Only we get it. And there's nothing wrong with self-identifying as a beautiful woman if you know you are. There's no shame in that. It doesn't make you conceited. It's just the truth, based off of your experiences, what people have told you, your own observations, common sense. I mean, to say you're ugly and you're actually pretty is just, and people gonna have something to say about that. It's like a reverse psychology thing. People just don't like, I don't know what that's about. Because I've seen that before. Beautiful woman be like, oh, I'm not even attractive, I'm ugly. I think that's a reverse psychology thing. But then if you actually admit that you're beautiful, and you actually are, they're still gonna try to make sure you don't know that. So it's the weirdest thing in the world. But yeah, being beautiful is a gift and a curse. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. So it's lonely at the top, and that is not a superiority comment to say. It's a confident thing to say, for sure. But just because I'm confident in myself doesn't take away from anybody else. And that's the part that people got effed up when we talk about our beauty as exoticals in this space. That doesn't take away from another woman's beauty, another phenotype's beauty at all. We're choosing to promote ourselves as exoticals in a positive light. And that's just what we're choosing to do, because that's how we see ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with trying to promote yourself in a positive light. But don't let them humble you, because they're going to always try to compare you to somebody else who they think look better than you. But you know you look good too. One woman's beauty doesn't take away from yours. You know that. They're trying to humble you because they also know you're pretty too. They're just trying to make you feel bad. But it don't work. You know, I'm human. We're all human. We all have flaws. Nobody's perfect up in here. You know, if you look good, you know your experience. Can't nobody take it away. And that's all I'm really going to try to say on here. Like, people keep trying to humble me, and it's not going to work. I just think it's funny. But they can keep trying. I just think it's funny, and it's obvious what they're doing. And it says more about them and how insecure they actually are and how they really feel. Because people don't understand how projection works, apparently. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about on here, y'all. Let me know what y'all think, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Thank you for listening.